Alright, this is part 7, 8, 8, part 8, kind of lost track there, of the Let's Build Real Grade Gundam series. And in this part I'm going to be doing a tutorial for applying Waterslide Decals. But before that, I thought I'd just show you all the parts that I've finished painting. So all the painting on this kit is actually done. Spray painting's done, hand brushing is done. Of course, most of the hand brushing was just on the inner frame, but anyway. And I thought I'd just show you how some of these pieces are turning out. The multiple shades of white and gray seem to be turning out pretty nice. So yeah, let's get on with the tutorial. Alright. Now, the stickers that the real grade comes with are these, and these are just like what you usually get on a master grade. They are clear stickers with some nice shiny foily accents. And at first I wasn't going to use any of these at all, but I think I just might use these few little copper colored stickers right here. I think these two go on the back of the knees, and then these right here go on the elbow joints. And I think those are the only ones I'm going to use from this sticker set. So, because clear stickers just generally don't look quite as good as water slides, and especially don't look good on 1:144 scale kits because of their small scale, I picked up the Waterslide Decal set for the Real Grade Gundam. Got these from Hobby Link Japan, same place I got Real Grade Gundam from. And as you can see, these are pretty much the exact same thing, only they're water slides instead of clear stickers. Now, the only disadvantage to using these is that you don't get the shiny foil effect. They do give you those decals, but they're just in normal colors, they're not in foil. But nobody said you couldn't mix and match and use the stickers for the foil parts and then use the water slides for all the markings, which is pretty much what I intend to do. Not going to be using the gold foil on the vents though. I just don't think it looks very good. Anyway, let's get on with this tutorial. I think that's the second time I've said that. I'm going to be using a few things. I have a very dirty plastic cup that I've been using for years, and it's just full of water. I've got 2 Q-tips. I've got a hobby knife, and I've got a pair of tweezers. And yeah, also I think I should mention I'm using a cutting mat. You probably don't want to do this on your tabletop, or else you're going to be putting a lot of scratches in it with the hobby knife. So, the part I'm going to be decaling for this tutorial is the Gundam's shield. And basically the way I go about it is I look in the manual which decal I'm going to need, and I find it and simply cut the decal out. Now, you don't have to cut it very precisely. In fact, there we go. Let me get this off. As you can see, I just cut it out into a little square shape. I'm going to take my tweezers, dunk it in the water for a few seconds, and get that excess water off, and there we go. I'm just going to set it right here. Now, some people actually have like these little square trays that are very, very shallow, but they're filled with water, and they'll actually lay the decals down in that tray full of water and let them soak like that. While, you know, that's nice and all, I don't really see the point in it, because I think with a decal this small that you've cut out, it's just dunking it in water and then setting it on the table is plenty enough. I don't think there's really a need to actually soak the parts in water for, you know, 30 seconds or whatever. So this decal should be ready by now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these Q-tips and just put a little dab of water on the end just to get that tip nice and moist. Now, I'm actually going to show you 2 different ways to apply these water slides. I'm going to show you the traditional way and then the way that I do it. Get this camera set up. Alright. So, the traditional way is to take your tweezers, and if I can pick up this water slide, it's kind of stuck to the table now. Get my hobby knife. Okay, there we go. Anyway. You're going to take your tweezers, and you're going to take your Q-tip, put the water slide down, and then use the Q-tip to hold the decal down while you remove the paper backing. And that will leave the decal in place. And more than likely it's not going to be perfectly centered where you want it, so you can use that Q-tip to carefully nudge the decal until it gets into place right where you want it. You might want to be, sometimes it may wrinkle up, and that's okay. You can just use the Q-tip to unwrinkle it, but just work with it and nudge it and move it until you've got it right where you want it. And I think that looks pretty good. Use the dry end of the Q-tip to wipe away some of the excess water, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, let's go ahead and try it my way. Let's see, what decal is this? 51 and 52. That would be these right here. So I'm going to cut these out. And the good thing about Bandai's Waterslide decals is that they are pre-cut, which I really appreciate. If you were to order decals from places like Samuel Decal, his decals are not pre-cut. You have to actually cut those out yourself. Like actually cut out the decal, not this big strip of paper that I'm doing right here. So his require a little bit more patience, but the overall process is pretty much the same. But what I'm doing here doesn't really work with uncut decals. It only works with pre-cut ones like what Bandai gives us. So while I'm letting this set, I thought I'd just show off the different shades of red in the shield. It didn't come out quite as well as I would have liked it to. So you can see here's the bright red, and then the rest of the shield is the dark red. You can kind of tell the difference a little bit, but not very much. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk or anything, but I just would have liked it to be more of a difference, but oh well. Alright, so I think these are about ready. And this is my technique for applying water slides. Basically, I've got my wet end of the Q-tip here, and what I do is I don't even know how I came across this. Basically, you're going to touch the Q-tip of the decal, move it up, and the decal is now stuck to the end of the Q-tip. And with that, I'm going to put it in place on the part, and there you go. And it's that easy. Or at least, I guess I'm making it look easy. I'm not sure how much trouble this is to actually do, but this is just the way that I like to do it. I find this technique incredibly convenient, and it just saves a lot of time as opposed to actually putting the paper backing onto the part and moving it off with the Q-tip like I did for this center decal. As you can see, I had those 4 decals on the edges there very quickly. So that's just the way I do it. That might work for some people, it might not. That's just me. So yeah, I guess maybe it would take a little bit of practice, but it shouldn't take too much practice. You can probably get used to it pretty quick. And I don't know, I just find that a lot of people don't like water decals because I just can't do them right. They're really not all that difficult. You just, it's like anything in modeling, really. Nothing's difficult if you practice at it. So just remember, practice makes perfect. Nobody's going to be good at this stuff overnight. I certainly wasn't. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I've still got a lot of stuff to learn. So anyway, I guess that does it for the water slide tutorial, and I will see you guys next time.